Hi everyone, happy Friday. Hope everybody's had a great day. This is Cindy with Cindy's Creations and welcome to my craft room. I hope I can inspire you to make a craft for yourself, or if it's a gift for someone, or just to be crafting and keep yourself busy. If you see the live button up there, you've caught me live. If not, hashtag replay in the comments. Hi Queen Bees, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. The first one here, I appreciate you. Hi Cynthia. Hi everybody, come on in. Come on in, and we're gonna do a little craft. I hope it's gonna turn out. It's just something I've had. I'm trying to use up my stuff, so we'll go from there. Hi Lorianne. Hey Cynthia, everybody had a good Friday. It ended up getting to be like 34 here today, I think. Hi Alice, and sunshine. So I'm hoping the very cold temperatures have gone away. Hi Trudy. Hey everybody. We're going to do a little craft tonight. Hi, Ann. It's just a little box. I really don't know where I got it from. I do. I got it from Target. I just looked at the bottom. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. Hi, Bonnie. It had different things in there. I just took out what I didn't want, the ugly flowers. So we're going to redo something else inside of here. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Linda. How's everybody doing? You're going to have a good weekend, I hope, this weekend. Everybody busy? I'm going to be home, except for going to get a new phone. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and get a new phone. I'm not happy about spending that kind of money, but I kind of have to. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, Mary. Thank you so much. My face is itching. Got my hair's in there. Hi, Rhonda. Hope I didn't come in at a bad time. It is Friday night, so maybe it's later than here that it is for you. Hi, Miss Loretta. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. You love my top. It's Kohl's. Yeah, Kohl's a long time ago. I used to have to dress up for work, so I always kind of put something on like that. Hi, Nothing Perfect. Hello, hello. Okay, we're going to get started. This is just a little box from Target in their bullseye spot. And we're going to be taking this bunny from Dollar Tree. Thank you for spreading the love. I appreciate that. So we're going to do both sides. He's going to be blue. And we're going to stick him on here. Let me turn this on. Hi, Leanne. So he's going to be on both sides. We're going to do both sides. But I'm going to paint him first white because it's kind of dulls my paper without doing that. Hi, Mel. So let's see. That goes that way. So I'll make sure I have him the right way on here. I didn't go live yesterday. I just didn't. I don't know. You have those days where, I don't know, things weren't going right for me. And when you have trouble with your phone and all that other stuff, it's like, Hey there, Miss Leanne. Okay, we're going to use Waverly Snow White paint. And just try to get a little bit of paint on here. But it's finally pretty nice today. I did have to run out to the post office. Our postman seems to be coming earlier and earlier every day. So like at 8:30 this morning, he was already here. And I had a package that had to go out today. Hi, Cheryl. I had a package that had to go out today. I put it on my front porch with a note telling him it's there. That's what I usually do. And when I went out to the mailbox, he had already came. Hi, Karen. Hi, Pat. He had already came. So I'm like, well, that doesn't help me. So I just ran to the post office, which is terrible because their parking is very small and the employees are using the parking. So if you can find a parking spot when you go there, you're lucky, which I think is terrible. I think the employees should be parking somewhere else, don't you? Hi, Kathy. Oh, my thing's not on. Turn it on here. Hang on a second. I just had a craft lunch. Anyway, I think the parking should be for customers, not for their employees. Yeah, it was early, wasn't it, Mary? They don't usually come that early. Hi, Barb. Usually it's, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Gotta pay both sides. But yeah, it's early. Maybe it's Friday. He wanted to get done early. Or maybe he wanted to, maybe he had to go somewhere this weekend, so he had to get off early. I don't know. Hi, Lisa. But that is early, isn't it? I know there's some areas in some states that don't get their mail to the evening. Hi, Kate. Yay. You're here. Kate's been having trouble getting me on. I hope I can stay on for you. Hi, Lorna. So we're just putting a coat of paint on his bunny real quick. But yeah, I've heard some people get their mail like at 6 o'clock at night. I'm like going, oh boy. But like, who wants mail? Sometimes it's bills, right? Oh, well, good. I'm so glad. I hope I don't freeze on you. I'm good. I didn't put any earrings in today. I've just been lazy, but I do have makeup on, so. Happy Friday. Happy, happy. Hi, Carol. I'm so happy you're here. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Leona. Okay, I'm done painting. My Mod Podge is right here. I hope I don't have to iron this. I may have to. Let me turn my iron on just in case. I think this is just going to be a little cute project. So I have, this is paper, like tissue paper, and I just cut pieces out, and we're just going to use this. Mod Podge them on. I don't want to use a whole lot of Mod Podge. I've been making messes. Hi, Brenda. I'm so glad you can join me. So I wasn't on yesterday, and I thought, well, I've got to come on today. But actually, yesterday, I ended up in my craft room, but I was sewing for like 3 or 4 hours. I had to make some things, so I was doing that yesterday. We're going to give him a little bunny tail, too. So I think he's going to be cute. Okay, so that's going to be there. Hi, Jackie. I thought he'd be cute. This is the right one. I'm like, did I get the right side? Hi, Cheryl. I think so. I kind of had them penciled in, but no, that's not right. Hang on. Gotta move it over. Okay, he's on there. Hi, Jennifer. You get a piece of parchment paper. He's got a little wrinkle. Let me try to get that. Hi, Suzanne. Is that correct? I kind of made my font bigger on my phone. I figured, well, let's do that. See if it helps me to see you guys better. Okay, I think he's on here. Hi, Melba. Yep. I am going to take my my lighter. I got water here in case something happens. Hi, Casey. You were missed yesterday? I know. I was having so much trouble with my phone, and I thought, well, I just decided not to come on. Okay, we're going to use a lighter. Wish me luck. I got water here. Has anybody ever done this before? See, all done. Hi, Wendy. Who sent me stars? Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to just take this and get my excess off. But wasn't that quick? You have? I mean, you just got to be careful, right? Hi, Nancy. So here's one side of our bunny. Now we're going to do the other side. Good evening, Jeannie. Linda, thank you so much for the stars. Who activated a stars party? Thank you. I appreciate that. You understand? You had to replace your... Ugh. I just don't want to spend that money. Hi, Rose. My husband's trying to tell me I don't need an iPhone. Hi, Sandy. Struggle with techniques. Really? Well, sometimes we have those days that it just doesn't work out. I mean, I've had them before, right? Okay. Let me try that. Hi, Mary. Hey, Teresa. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. We're just putting some tissue paper on my bunny rabbit. Hi, Becky. I want them so you can see them on both sides. Hi, Vicki. I want to see them on both sides. And if I do this right, I'm going to cover it up. Hi, Patty. So I'm going to bite the bullet and go tomorrow and get a new phone. I don't really want to spend the money, but I'm going to have nothing but problems with mine. I just missed somebody. Okay, he's on there. Hi, Teresa. Patty, Teresa. I missed somebody. Hold on. Deletes $5 jewelry. Hide there, Vicki. I think I got everybody. Okay. So make sure I got everybody. Thank you so much. So we've got that side on. Now we're gonna do this method here. Thank you. Okay. Sometimes I don't have the oomph to do that. Take my fingers away. Okay, there we go. So fast. Thank you. Hi, Sherry. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the excess off of here. Sorry, I know it's a little noisy. Hi, Tammy. Okay. Well, I'm done with this, so let me put this on. It is pretty. It's a piece of tissue paper. Hi, Junk to Joyful. How are you? Now, what I'm doing tonight... Oh, I'm going to have everything falling over here. Hang on a second. Okay. I'm going to use my... Hi, Sissy. What I'm doing tonight, I did see Miss Lisa do this morning. I have to do that. I have that stuff all over. Who sent me 100 stars? Thank you, Miss Trudy. Okay, we'll move this over. I have everything out of the way. Hi, Pamela. Now, Miss Lisa did something very similar today. She had a bigger one, I think, of these. This is from Target Bullseye Spot. We're going to put our bunny in here. It's a lot smaller. Hi, Kathy. We're going to put our bunny in here, but I do want to give him... Okay. Let me put my paintbrushes in my water. We're going to give him a bunny tail, though. I've got some little white stuff. We're going to give him a bunny tail. I hope it stays, though, because I cut a big thing in half. So hopefully this will work. He's got to have a white tail. Right? It's going to be what it is. There's his tail. Kind of cute, isn't it? Cute tail. I'll put one on the other side. This one looks a little better. Hi, Tiffany. I know it's a Friday night. I appreciate your time being here with me. So we'll have there. Hi, Miss Linda. Mushroom vacuum, yes. Hi, Sheila's little... You love the bunny? It's a little bunny. Hi, Pepperly. He go hop across into the patch here. And I've got 2 carrots that I could use to put in there. But this is not my idea. I did see Miss Lisa do this morning. I am going to glue him to this little stick thing. So he's standing there. You almost missed me, Beverly? Well, I'm happy you're here. And we're going to stick him in here. Old Time Creation. Hi, Deborah. Beverly, thank you for the stars. You are going to see a little bit of it, but that's okay. Hi, Jennifer. Isn't he cute? Oops. So we're going to put this on here. Like I said, I saw Miss Lisa do one today, and I was inspired by her. Thank you for sprinkling. I'm going to have to hold this on here for a minute. Hi, Deborah. Oh, that's hot. And I just got some flowers and some moss we're going to put in here. And just make a little spring garden. Hi, Joyce. Now this styrofoam was already in here. And he's crooked. Hi, Shannon. So here's our bunny. Hi, Vicky. Okay, so here he is. I've got some more greenery we're going to put in here with them, and some flowers, and a couple eggs. How are you, Vicky? I hope I can get these in here. They're not the hardest. Hi, Vicky. I got two Vickies together. I appreciate you being here. That's already got a hole there. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I think he's going to be cute. These are together, so let me see if I can get these. Like I said, they had some other things in here, and I took them out. Hi, Jackie. I need another glue stick. There we go. You like this? It's cute, isn't it? Like I said, the idea is not mine. I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not my idea. So we have some little bitty flowers. There's already foam in here, so that's a good thing. I didn't have to go buy any. Well, I have foam, so I'm going to have to use something to pick in there because this is not letting me push it in there. There we go. Now we got some over there. I have a little sign that I was going to put on, or a flower to put on the front of the one side. Okay, push it in, I can't get it out. You know, I poked a hole in there and now I can't find where the hole is. Let me try one of these. Thank you. There it is. It's like I poked a hole, but now I can't find it. Okay, there he is. There he's gone. I do have some moss that I'm going to put in here too. I don't know what kind of greenery we do. Hi, Cindy. Let's get some up front. Good evening. I hope everybody's had a good Friday. And that your plans for the weekend is going to be good. Excuse me. Okay, let me get a few more flowers. I have a feeling, oh, this got wire in it. Let me find my cutters. When you need something, they're not right by you. Isn't that looking cute? Hold on, I got so many, there you are. They're hiding. Hiding with my gloves. because I've got some little white. They look like they're baby's breath, I think. Okay, so we'll get some white ones in here. I knew I was going to have to use my pliers on this one. They're looking sweet. Okay, some white in there. I think it'll be cute. I'm just cutting some of these off of here without bringing the whole bush over. So we're getting the one side done. Hi, Lori. Now, some of these came from the Amazon bin shop or bin place. It's in Fort Worth, so it's not very far from me. Hi, Lori. And I went over there to pick up we got a few things. My husband got a wireless keyboard for the computer that lights up for like $8. So he picked up that. We need to fill this side. But you're going to be able to see him from both sides. Maybe I should turn him to go into the flowers, right? Do I need to turn him around? I think I need to turn him around. He should be facing into the flowers, right? I think I have him the wrong way. Hi, Bonnie. I'm like, I just poked a hole in here. Now I don't know where it is. Hi, Mel. And I made some carrots with some Form Flex. So we're going to put it in there. Yes, turn them around. I thought so. After I saw it, I went, oh, he's going the wrong way. No, he's not even standing up straight. Hi, Krista. Hi, is it Zelda? And now he's leaning. There he goes. He's going into the garden. Is that better? I think so. Hi, Judy. Come on in, everybody. Okay, let's get a flower over here. Hi, Mare. And a flower on this side. Thank you for the hearts. I'm so glad everybody decided to join me tonight. I know you could be doing something else. Okay, so there he goes. You can hop inside the flowers. Just cleaned up from dinner. You're not in here straight. There we go. I don't know that it needs much more, but I have two. Hi, Dixie. I've got 2 carrots that I made out of the Form Flex, and I poked little greenery inside. So I think we'll add a carrot in front. I gotta poke a hole though. I've only got 2. Hi, Gail. Thank you, Loretta. Okay, so there's one little carrot poking in there. Hi, Rick. Hey, Dixie. Hey, Gail. You just got home? I'm glad you're joining me. This is another carrot that I made. It's a little bigger one. Hi, Sandra. So where should we put this one? I'm going to move this over there. I can put it over here. Aren't they cute? I just made them with the Form Flex. And rolled them out. Hi, Amanda. And there's that carrot. You can see him in there. I need another flower or white stuff in there. Let me get some more of the white winsy things. Hi, Pam. I'm just putting some little white things in there. You like the bunny? He's from Dollar Tree, and I just covered him with a piece of tissue paper. Put this in here too. And the container came from the, hi Chris, came from the Target Bullseye Spot. Okay. I think it looks cute. So let's get our moss. Dumping everything on the floor. Yeah, it's springy, right? Hey, Karen. Okay, I'm gonna have a mess. You know how that goes. Okay, we're just sticking some moss in here. Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Whoops. I really couldn't put the moss in before because I wouldn't be able to find the holes. Where to put it at? Thank you, Miss Jeannie. Okay, I'm getting the I know you're supposed to do things in 3, but I only have 2 carrots left. So that's what it's gonna be. But yeah, I spent 4 hours in here yesterday sewing, so I had my music going. Thank you, Barb. My son got me a at-home wireless speaker that I have hooked up to my cell phone. I'm gonna pull my carrot up just a little bit in there. The bunny, isn't he cute? Hi, Belle. What did I make? I made some more of my bowl cozies because I had sold 3 of them. Hi, Joanne. I had an order for 3. She picked out the fabrics, so I had to make it. Thank you. Moss everywhere. My Artful Adventure. Good evening. Okay, let me see. I need a little bit down in there. More of what my bowl cozies that you use in the microwave. Oh, one of my little carrot tops fell out. Let me glue that back in. Huh. Hi, Silver Vlog. How are you? I'm trying to get this glue back in there. Hi, Becky. Okay. So here's our bunny in the garden. And you can see him from both sides. Ain't he cute? I think I'm done with that. Okay, we gotta clean this up. Yeah, you had 2 of them? Yeah, I have to clean that up because that's like a mess. Hi, Wynn. Thank you for spreading the creations. Okay, that's basically what I have. Thank you, Kate. Now, I have these from Dollar Tree. And you can see them. They're flowers, hello sign, arrows, which I'm not going to use those. This says sweet with a bird on it. Thank you. Friday's your grocery day. It was good? Well, good. I'm going tomorrow. After I get my phone. I really don't want to, but I'm going to have to bite the bullet and do it. Thank you. I want to put one of these flowers on. Like just at the side. I don't think I'm going to paint it. I think I'm just going to leave it this color. You like the hello with the bird? That's down the bottom though, and it's got a little arrow like on it, and that should go up here. Hi, Jamie. So maybe we don't need anything. Hi, Roberta. Or I could paint it. Maybe you'd see it better if I paint it white. Or don't I just leave it? It probably needs something, but I don't know. You think it looks good? I don't have to put it on. Hi, Claudia. So put the flower on. Should I paint it? Hi, Glenda. Should I paint it though? You like it with the flower? Put it in the middle? Maybe in the middle. Thank you, Mayor. They are cute from Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure they're from Dollar Tree. I'll look at it again. Hi, Sharon. So just put the wood flower on there like that. Just like it is? Okay. It's already got some sticky on it. Natural color. Okay. Then we'll do that. We'll just stick it on the front. And hopefully it's the middle. Hi, Creations by J&J. How are you? Middle? Okay. Oh, Gail thinks it should be white. put it up there so you can see it. I think it looks cute. Some lace. As is. Okay, we're going to leave it as is. Natural color. Okay, well, here's our craft for tonight. Thank you so much. So we need another flower. Other side of the bunny. Or you're talking about right here in the corner? Oh, I've got eggs too. Put an egg in there? Yeah, okay. Now this one, I cut it in half because I was going to use something else with it. So it's a two-sided egg. I glued it back together. You have a great evening too, Rose. Thank you so much for joining me. So it's going to be a two-sided egg. And we put the egg over there. Yellow egg. Here we go. Yes, on the eggs. Okay, if I put the egg there, I don't need a flower. I mean, I can, but it's just a cute little things that I've already had everything. I had this sitting in the cabinet over there for a long time. So I thought, well, let's get it out and use it. I think it's cute. Okay. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I appreciate the stars. You guys are so fantastic to do that for me. Have a good night. There's my hearts. And I will see everybody probably tomorrow sometime. I'll come on. If I can get my phone switched over, then I'll be on tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.